HOD, student president and HODs of other departments, staff teaching and non-teaching, my dear students from other colleges who have come here to present their papers and participate in other events, and my dear students of SMK Homra. A very good morning to you all. So the day has come for you to celebrate your symposium. I've been observing the work you've been carrying out all these days to make it successful with the help of your staff. So very happy to see you all today for this grand function. So in the symposium, as you all know, we keep talking about a technical symposium. We do have a lot of non-technical events coming in slowly. I hope the technical events does not die down. You also keep increasing the technical events along with your non-technical. And this should be a forum where you share your knowledge and talk about the latest developments in your discipline, and also think about the job opportunities, what you're going to get, and also you can think about an entrepreneurship, because there are a lot of things you people can develop. I think the latest trend in IT, everybody is dependent on the software, and every discipline is dependent on the computer science and the knowledge of computer science. So the mechanical engineering which we had yesterday, we have seen all the designs and all being done on paper once, and now they are also dependent on the computer-aided design. So every one of us, even in the electronics, we need to have a simulation done before we go for the final product. So this has made life very simple, because we can do it with less cost and come out with a perfect design before we go in for a manufacturing. So we need to have a lot of help from the computer science engineering department, and the students have to enhance and update yourself, because the syllabus whatever you have will not be matching exactly with the current needs. The industry needs have grown like anything, and in your case I think you need to first of all fix up your goal. Which area of job you're going to choose. It's not like whichever company comes you attend, and then if you get a job, fine, otherwise you go for the other company without even doing a prior homework of what this company is doing. What are the major strengths? What is the platform in which they do their programs or the projects? So unless or otherwise you are interested, you randomly apply for the jobs, and then you think that you may be suitable somewhere. After going inside, you may not be interested in that particular job. So this type of problems may occur, and I also advise all of you to understand the current scenario and what are the different areas available, because you have a wide range of applications, wide range of areas. You have different softwares and different databases. You need to learn according to your goal, like what you want to become. Suppose the application development is what has been widely spoken now, whether it may be a web development or mobile application or whatever it is. So what is the basic thing you need to know before applying for the job or starting for that particular job? Because no company is now ready to give you training. They don't have time to spend on your training and spend the time on your training, because there are people who are available with certification courses where they say, yes, I know this particular thing, I can directly come and start working for you. So this is what is the competition going around, and I have seen people doing all courses whenever after completion of their degree. Morning one Java class, evening C++ class and .NET class, like that. You don't have a fixed goal on what you want to do. You just have a certification on everything. I don't know, I'm not an expert to talk about the computer science engineering, but still I feel that when you focus on something, keep going in that and do the best in that. So you will gain some quality experience in that, and you will have something to talk about when you are interviewed. If you know everything, like if you have touch in each and everything, I don't think you will have a perfect knowledge on any one particular thing. So you can think about a lot of opportunities like software testing, web development, and even the network courses. I think CCNA is a course which is being preferred in many companies like Reliance and all. So you have to first do a research on what are the companies looking for what, and whether you will be interested to work on that particular thing, because especially the computer science engineering people should be creative, and you should do it with passion. And you don't have any time restrictions. You cannot work with 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. Your idea may come or pop in suddenly at 11 o'clock in the midnight, isn't it? So when you start writing a program or designing something, I cannot say that your idea will come only from 9 to 5. That is why the computer science people, the jobs, IT jobs are more flexible. So you have to make use of that, first focus and identify your strength, what you can do and what is your passion, because unless you do it with passion, it's very, very difficult. It is not a mechanical job where you switch on and off. Your mind cannot switch on and off on its own. It should come from within. So please do have a research done on what is the current requirement of the industry and what you have done, what is the course you have done. They are all basics. So from where you have to develop yourself, from where you have to go to the next step. So these are all the things you have to do an analysis right from your second, third year, or immediately as soon as you get into the department or the discipline, you should start venturing on what you want to do. Maybe a PG course, or you want to do a research, or you want to go for a teaching, or you want to become a scientist, or whatever it is. Fix up a goal and then plan accordingly and prepare yourself accordingly. So this is what I would like to tell. And as a normal interview process, beyond your technical knowledge, I keep telling that you need to develop a lot of positive attitude. You need to be a team worker, because especially in CSE, there will be several areas in which people will be expertised. So you yourself cannot be an expert on everything. So if you identify the core values or the core expertise of each and everyone and make yourself as a team, and if you work, then your contribution will have a lot of quality. Because you don't have to worry about certain things, like immediately your friend will be contributing. So together you will make a complete perfect team. So this is one thing which you have to understand about a teamwork. And you have to be loyal to your profession. You have to be, because there are so many hacking things coming in your particular departmental projects, isn't it? So you have to be loyal and you have to be flexible. This is what a company looks for. You don't think like the technical interview, whatever they conduct, they ask few questions, and do you think if you don't answer those questions, you will not be hired? It's not the answers what they expect from you, but you should be having an open mind to learn. Whether you have the learning ability or not, or learning openness, you have the mind to learn or not. Because whatever they check in your technical interview will be few questions, and that is not the same thing which you are going to work. Beyond that, you will be learning a lot. Project to project, you may have to vary your learning process. So you need to have an open mind of learning, whether yes, I am ready to learn. I know this, I can go ahead and learn whatever comes. So this is what people look for when they recruit. And in the HR interview, especially the emotional level, what emotional balance, because IT job itself is a very, very tension-filled job, because my son is there and I'm seeing. See, it is time bound, like there will be a project which has to be completed in time. So the pressure will be there from your team lead or whoever it is. So this cannot lead you to any sort of distraction or depression. So that shows, I mean, the interview of HR generally, you will ask n number of questions to check your emotional level. I've personally witnessed. So, the things, whatever is professional, it should not be taken to heart. This is one thing people have to understand. Personal is personal, professional is professional. Whatever happens, if a team lead shouts at you or something, immediately you cannot go and cry and then resign your job or tell that no, I cannot work further. See, that is professional interaction. So there should be a line between a professional interaction and personal interaction. And once you go home, all this stress should be kept aside. You need to relax also. If you carry all these things throughout your lifetime, then you will not be able to succeed. These are small tips which will help you when you start your career. And be flexible, be adjustable, be adaptable, and have a self-motivation within you, because this is very, very essential, because you don't expect, time is very short, and you don't talk to people, you talk only with the technology, and there is no time for your parents or your sisters or your friends to first of all see your face. When I had been to Hong Kong, the airport completely, everybody's head was down only. Every individual was checking the mobile, that's all, nothing else was happening. Once the airport the flight time was announced, they closed that laptop and then, or the mobile, and then they got into the flight. There were no even the husband and wife, like individually they were chatting, they were talking to the technology more than human. So this, what happens is the stress level increases when you start moving only with machines. So try to relax yourself, talk to your people who care for you, you talk to your parents, talk to your friends, have a time out for you from your day, and then have a habit of sitting in a dining table and having food with your family. This all will relax yourself. A lot of things can be exchanged. I used to tell my son, actually after going home, when I prepare the dinner, I'll be very, very tired. And I used to make whatever they like, even if I'm tired, you know, like I'll be telling like dinner is ready, please come. No, I will not get any response until I send a WhatsApp picture of whatever I have done. I have to take a picture of the paneer, the curry and the paratha and tell yes it is ready, then he will come jumping and he will come for the food. So this is what is real time. I'm seeing practically at home, and I tell, have you ever seen my face? You are seeing only the WhatsApp. You don't know what is happening to your mom. So this sort of expectations come from us, and the children are totally into technology. And try to relax yourself, have some time with your family. When the power goes off and internet goes off, then they don't know the next minute what to do. So that is what is the scenario here, and I hope every one of you will understand this. Human relation is more essential than all other things, because you have to live your life. Living life is very, very essential, and for which we are earning. All this money, we struggle, all these things for happy life. So you cannot save your happy life after 60 years. It should be lived when it has to be lived. So all the very best. God bless you all.